Hello Aries, Elsie here to do a reading for you. It is a bonus reading, just getting some energy on the table for you Aries before the next sneak peek comes out. Today is bonus day. So let's find out what's going on for you. I just wanted to say thank you, and in all the ways that you are loving on this channel. Thank you so much for your thumbs up, for your hypes, for being in the comments. All of that grows this Aries tribe, and it's growing. And lately it's been growing a lot. So thank you so much for all your interactions. I appreciate you so much. Aries, do not forget, you have 6 days left if you'd like to get in on the private reading sale. Please look in the pinned comment for details and for a coupon code you will need when you go to Hypsee and during checkout. All right, let's find out what's going on for you, friend. Tell me about Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This could be for past, present, or future. It is what it is, friends. Bring your discernment and you tell me what it is for you. Tell me about Aries. We've got the Ace of Swords. What is this? We've got the Three of Pentacles. And we've got the Nine of Cups. You're about to get some good news, friend. There is something here that you've been worried about. You can see the Three of Swords. Somebody here is really worried or disappointed or worried that things are going to end in heartbreak, but they're not. Look, the Six of Wands is here. There's celebration to be had. I feel like you're about to get some really good news, something that you've been hoping for. It feels like a sort of a wish fulfillment or something that you're really open to. The Three of Pentacles, though, tells me that it might be from someone you already know or a group. It could be a community thing or a group thing. It feels like it is a... possibly maybe you applied to be part of a group, or it could be someone from the group. It feels like they're going to ask you for partnership, to partner with them. They're going to ask you possibly for a collaboration. So it could have something to do with your work or with a business, a partnership that you're in. Excuse me. They want to cooperate with you in building some sort of a foundation. And I think that you've been waiting to hear about this probably a while. The Ace of Swords is here to say that there is communication arriving, and it's like this aha epiphany moment. It's like it's going to surprise you, but I feel like it's some sort of contract for some of you, not for all of you, of course, but it feels like it is something to do with building. Do you want to build a business? Do you want to be part of the foundation? Do you want to be part of building the ground floor? You know, it's like a ground floor opportunity here to have the opportunity to grow within a network or a community. Tell me more about Aries. We've got the Eight of Cups. We've got the Ace of Cups. Look at that. 1 and the Ace is 10. I love that. We've got the Eight of Cups here. You know what the reason that it's showing up here, friend, I think is because you finally detached from it. It feels like you turned your back, detached from it. Maybe it's taken a really long time. Like for me, pentacles are years. It could be a year, it could be a month, it could be 9 months. It feels, or 8 months. It feels like it's quite some time since you applied for it. It could be something that is going to make you really happy, but with the pentacles here, it could be a job, right? It could be like an entry-level job that you have been hoping for. Maybe a 3-year contract. It could be that. Look at that. The King of Pentacles is here. So it does feel like it's going to add to your foundation, to the foundation that you built for yourself. The King of Pentacles is here. That could be your energy, Aries. It doesn't have to be fire energy. It could have something to do with finance or career or education. It feels like it's something that's tangible that is going to make you feel like, damn, I can't believe this just happened. Like it feels like exciting. I think that you're going to have to stay open though. You're going to have to stay open and flexible because I feel like it could be signing you to a contract. And so maybe you were hoping for it, but I don't think that you really understood that they're going to want to probably sign you to a contract. I think you just put in the application, asked for the network, asked for the community, asked for the mortgage, whatever it is, because the King of Pentacles is here. It feels like it's something of worth or makes you feel of worth. It feels like whatever the communication is that's coming in here is something that really sort of, I'm going to say, solidifies your place on the throne. So it feels like it has to do with something that's really valuable. It could be a large sum of money. It could be a career change. Maybe you've been accepted to a program. It could be education. We do have the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. It feels like whatever it is, this isn't something that's just being thrown at you like, here you go, just because you're a good person. I'm sure you are, but I don't think that's the reason why they're choosing you. I think they're choosing you because of higher education, because you have some sort of wisdom. It could be in money, time, effort, energy, or maybe you know something about health. It feels like it is, the Seven of Pentacles tells me this is only the beginning. Now the hard work starts. It feels like it must be very intentional. Intentional learning something new, getting more details. But the Seven of Pentacles to me is throwing seeds of intention and then nurturing it so it grows. So I feel like you've already done the intentional part. You took the chance by throwing the seeds, but now I think you have to like go into the garden and see, what do I have to do to nourish the soil? Gosh, this is a mess. I really got to clean up this area and decide how big of an area I can plant. But I feel like something here takes you from the Three of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. This might be a network or a group or a job that wants you for your expertise in whatever it is that you have your expertise in. It feels that this might be connected to some sort of education. For me, the kings are always the ones with wisdom, so they have higher education or they have life knowledge. One of the two. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles. We've got the Three of Wands. This might send you overseas. This might send you far away from home. This might be what you are looking forward to in the future. Or this might be the beginning of building the future's foundation so you can end up in this King of Pentacles energy. Tell me more. We've got the Hierophant. And we have the Page of Pentacles. I think when the opportunity shows up, you're not even going to have to think about it. I feel like that Taurus is in. And I feel like this Taurus energy, right? You could have a Taurus placement. You don't have to. But what I mean by Taurus is in is that when I commit to it, I'm all the way in. Tell me what I got to do. I don't really give a crap what I got to do. Just give me all the work. Tell me what you need. Like, it feels like that. So this feels like a really good opportunity, but it is ground floor. It feels like ground floor opportunity. But it also feels like this is something that you've really been holding on to as a wish fulfillment for a while. So whatever I'm talking about here, maybe you can tell me about it in the comments. It feels like it is something that you are going to be very excited about. Tell me about this communication or whatever the Ace of Swords is in meaning here. What are we looking at the Ace of Swords? We've got the Nine of Pentacles. They picked the top candidate. I'm going to say they picked you because you're confident, because you are somebody who might have business knowledge already. You already might be educated in finance or something like that, or you're really good with it. Maybe you don't have a certificate, but maybe you're really good at it and you have proof that you are able to build things. Maybe somebody wants you to help them build a financial portfolio or something like that. I feel like your confidence speaks for itself, but I also think you have a good reputation. I think it took a really long time to get here, though, for you, Aries. So I feel it's almost like whatever industry you're in, it's almost like you're one of the top notch in the industry. And I think that somebody is seeing that potential in you, or seeing your confidence in whatever it is that you do for a living. We've got the Temperance card in the reverse. We've got the King of Swords. I was kind of worried about the Temperance in the reverse. I'm like, but wait, Temperance in the reverse means no to me. Like, it means no, it's not the time. The time isn't right now. The moment of alchemy hasn't showed up. But then I was really sort of exhaling and glad when the King of Swords showed up, because I feel like this is something that you're probably going to have to wait for. It feels like this is probably something quite serious. So it's pretty high level is what it feels like. It feels as though it could be that you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a judge, a magistrate. You could be doing something in justice. It doesn't always have to be that. But this person is highly detailed, highly intelligent. This person makes good decisions and also has the final word. So it feels like these kings get together and they're like, you're going to have the final word. You're going to have the final say. I'm going to say that there is a contract coming, and make sure that you are making your decision based on details and facts, not promises. It feels like make them sign off on whatever they are telling you they're going to give you. Make them sign off. I think that the King of Swords is here to say, don't give them an absolute yes until you have all the details, because they want to give you a contract, but maybe they want you to intern for the first 6 months, right? Like, you don't really know what the contract involves. So look it over. Please be reminded we are in retrograde energy, if that means anything to you. Maybe you think it's just superstition, I don't know. But when we are in retrograde energy, it's really hard to make decisions. Right now, Mercury is retrograde in Cancer, which means that we're making emotional decisions likely, and we're reconsidering things that make us emotional, or we have an emotional tie to it. So I'm going to say that this is a reminder that to stay in your King of Swords energy, stay in this facts and details energy, stay in the practical energy, try to stay out of the emotional energy. The thing is, look over here. Yeah, that's the problem, right? It feels like there's a really exciting thing that's happening here. I think you love it, and I think that this is your wish fulfillment. But I'm going to say try and stay out of your emotions. It's going to be hard in this retrograde period. We've got the Page of Swords. We've got the Judgment card. Oh, it feels like you're ready this time. I feel like whatever this is, it's come around once before, or twice before, or 3 times before. And I feel like you ignored it, or you thought, gosh, one day it'll be really great. I feel like you're ready for it now. Judgment card says it's showing up again because you have more information. You're now the student. You've agreed to be the student to dig up whatever it is you need to dig up in order to learn things. It feels like you're very curious, but it feels like a child again. It's like maybe you have your bachelor, your master's, or your doctorate, but going here means you're going to have to be the student again. So it feels like something here has come up that has come up before. It almost feels like this is a wish fulfillment, like you wished for it, but you weren't ready for it. But one day I'm going to do that thing. That feels like this thing. Tell me about Judgment. This is going to take you on a very different path. So whatever you're doing now, I feel like it's going to take you on a very different path. Look at that. The Page of Cups has shown up, and I love that it's shown up with the Judgment card, because it's a surprise. I don't think that you expected it. I think that you put in the application, decided to fill out all the forms, whatever hundreds of forms you had to fill out, and you sent it in and you detached. And you said, you know what, I'm just going to go back to my network. I'm just going to go back to my community. I'm going to go back to the people that I trust. Maybe it was this community that encouraged you, because this is a productive community, right? This is a very pentacle-like, very practical community, but also cooperation, collaboration. Maybe somebody here said, you know what, you can't start your foundation unless you apply for whatever this is, the job, the whatever it is for you, friend. I feel like I was doing a reading for somebody. Oh, yes. I don't know if you have any Aries energy, but I was doing a reading for somebody who is wondering if they are going to get their, they put in a bunch of applications for their artwork to be displayed in a gallery. That feels like this. If you're watching this, it feels like you're going to be surprised, because you are going to get the information that you wanted to get. It is a wish fulfillment, but I feel like it's going to make you feel like a student again, because I feel like you haven't done this part of your life before. Let's talk about this 8 of Cups here. You know, there's such a value in the 8 of Cups, turning your back on things that you're settling for because you're too scared to take the next step into, you're too scared to level up, right? Such value in the 8 of Cups. We've got the 8 of Swords, we've got the 7 of Wands, and we've got the Star. Okay, so I feel like this group probably encouraged you to turn your back, detach, come back to us. Let's just go over it. Let's talk about it. Let's dream about it. Let's hope about it. It feels like that. I feel like you were in this energy of this is never going to happen. It feels like you were constantly thinking about it on a loop, like sort of in this mental prison, I would say. I think you finally did stand up for yourself and put in the application or ask for the job or whatever it is. The Star is here. I feel it's because you had hope. It's almost like this group of people, whoever they are, they really gave you the hope to stand up. And I like this one here because she's holding on to 2 wands. It's 7 wands, but she's holding on to 2. 5 are at the bottom. She's jumping over her indecision because she's decided, I've got enough of a plan here. I can do this if I want. I think that there are people in your life who are encouraging you to stop speaking negatively to yourself, to stop fighting yourself as though you can't have what you want. And I feel like this 8 of Cups is probably the best thing you ever did to call in the wish fulfillment, the thing that you wanted. Why is the Ace of Cups here? We've got the Four of Wands. We've got the Six of Pentacles. It really does, Four of Swords, not Wands. Six of Pentacles, Strength card. I really do feel that you have a group of people in your life that are very supportive. It doesn't feel like this, it feels like these people are like, no, but here are the facts. Here's the details, and be very grounded about this. This is what we actually know. So I feel like these people were giving you reciprocal energy to have courage. They were like, come on, just have the courage. You know that you're clear about what needs to go on here. I feel like it leads to your Ace of Cups. It opens your heart. I feel like you're very happy. You start to think positively. Yeah, the Ten of Cups could be around the corner. You know, sometimes we obsess on all the things that can go wrong, but I think you have this group of people, and it feels like this network or whoever they are that cooperate and collaborate with you here. It feels like there is somebody or a group of people who are trying to get you to reprogram yourself to think about and obsess about all the good things that could happen. And I think that caused you to stand up and say, okay, well, maybe I'll put my application in. What's the worst they can say? No. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. Got the Ace of Wands, we've got the Eight of Wands, and we've got the Ten of Wands. We've got all this fire energy, but look what's on the bottom of the deck. Oh my gosh. Wait a second. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's look at this first here. So we've got the Ace, we've got the Eight, and we got the Ten of Wands. So I feel as though whatever this is going to be yours. It feels as though you are finally going to be able to drop the burden, because I think that once you say yes, things move fast, and I think that's what you like. I think that's the part you like. It's the agonizing pentacle stuff and waiting and knowing you made the commitment. And I feel as though that you were passing up other opportunities because you were committed to this one. This could be a relationship reading. It's like you were giving up other opportunities, not really knowing if your commitment to this thing was ever going to show up. And surprise, it does show up. So it does feel like there is very exciting times coming up for you. The Ace of Wands is here. A very exciting path is about to open for you, but it's going to completely surprise you, I feel. Look at this. So we have the Wheel of Fortune here, but when we have the Tower, but we have the Magician in the reverse. Now, the Magician in the reverse to me isn't using their tools, or this is like manipulation from people around you saying, look, you can't do it. You don't have what it takes. You don't have the money. You don't have the time. I feel like the Tower shows up and sort of shifts your thinking into this. Remember, I was saying that there are people around you who are getting you out of the energy of I can't and getting you to obsess about what you can do. I think that's what this is. That's what it feels like. So the Tower here, I feel, is surprising, and that it shifts you out of this Magician in the reverse energy. Now you no longer are manipulating yourself with the negative reel. Now you are looking forward to expanding. You're looking forward to change. You're looking forward to moving forward. This is your destiny. And so I feel now things are positive and you're looking forward to moving forward instead of saying, no, there's no way it's going to happen. So I feel like something really exciting is happening for you, and it's going to cause celebration and stability for you. So I'm going to say, get ready, because I feel like the thing that you wanted is about to show up. And it's going to surprise you, because maybe you think I'm full of it right now. And for some of you, maybe I am. Because maybe this is your reading today, but maybe it's your reading a year from now. Do you know what I mean? Let's go over what, maybe some advice, maybe what might come up next. How will you know that this is showing up? We've got the Six of Swords. We've got the Two of Cups. And we've got the Page. So if this is a relationship reading for you, it does feel like the contract could be a commitment. The commitment could be because somebody is making an offer. I feel like you were the one that's confident enough to give somebody an offer. And I feel like you were feeling as though this is never going to work. There's no way this is ever going to work. They're never going to say yes. I feel as though the yes is the surprise. It feels like this has come up before in your thought pattern. Should I do it? No, I won't. They won't say yes. Should I do it? No, they won't say yes. But now I feel like there's this energy of, okay, but if I go in and I have all the details, all the facts, I go in non-emotional and I go in with clarity, maybe it will work. And I go in with confidence, maybe it will work. I feel like the Ace of Swords tells me it does work. So maybe it's you giving someone else a call, wanting to ask them out, maybe starting a relationship, if this is a relationship reading for you. We've got the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is getting out of the chaos and finally going to a calmer place. It feels like there's somebody here, if this is a love reading for you, it feels like there's somebody here that you have a bond with. And I feel like you want to expand that bond. We have the Page of Wands, and the only way you're going to do it is if you reach out to them, because I have a feeling someone here is not going to reach out to you. It doesn't feel like a situation where we haven't seen each other in a while. Well, maybe it could be, the Judgment card could tell me that. Maybe you don't really know this person, so we're going to be starting at the beginning again if this is relationship related, because the Page of Swords is here, trying to glean as much information, maybe even watching from a distance. And with the Judgment card here saying that finally the time has come where I can surprise somebody and call them, reach out, Page of Wands. Tell me more. We've got the Seven of Swords, we've got the Four of Wands, and the Six of Wands. You know what I really love? That something here is about to be made right. There's justice here. I feel like something is going to be harmonious. Something is going to be made right. It feels like restoration of karma. It feels like somebody is trying to close a door or wrap something up or do the right thing. And so the Seven of Swords and the Four of Wands and the Six of Wands tells me that something is being concealed from you, that stability is coming, and so is celebration, because you're about to reach some sort of success or victory that you've been hoping for. And with the Ten of Wands here and here, it tells me now you get to drop whatever heavy burden you've been carrying, which seems like probably for years, because all those pentacles are around, right? All right, I'm going to leave this right here. Aries, thank you so much for coming here and watching. I do appreciate that you do that. I appreciate all the ways you love on the channel. And if you are looking for a private reading with a discount, which comes up about every 3 or 4 months, please check the pinned comment and take your code into Hypsee and book that appointment. You have 6 days left to do that. Take care, friend. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Take care. Bye-bye.